What's good, everyone? Zach's here. So, in a previous clip, I had brought up the whole Walking Dead thing, and I had someone ask me to make a clip about zombies eventually anyway, and so I figured, why the fuck not? Now, I am a huge zombies fan. I love zombie video games. I love zombie movies, zombie TV shows. I love anything zombie revolving around the zombie apocalypse, possibilities, what would happen, how to survive. The whole thing has always been a close second to my love for Jurassic Park. Now, I'm not a big fan of The Walking Dead. It got a little too drama-filled for me. It's not a bad show, obviously. It's very popular. It's just not really been my thing. But what I want to cover today is not The Walking Dead. No. The actual overall zombie apocalypse has always amused me enough to where I found it really cool. I got a fucking man-chubby when I found out that George Romero had gotten together with different universities and professors and came up with an actual test that determines how long someone could actually survive in the zombie apocalypse. And it was really detailed, and I loved that. I loved giving that test to my friends. Now, everyone's always like, oh, I know exactly what I'd do. I'd go here and I'd have these guns, and you gotta look at it realistically. Like, if you're sitting in your house and you're not gonna say, oh, I'm gonna grab an AK-47 and just start blasting, or, oh, I'm gonna go here because it's heavily fortified. No, you gotta be realistic. Now, one thing I always love is mocking people who say, if they know that a zombie apocalypse is hitting, they see it on the news, they're going to immediately get up and go where they got to go. No. First of all, you are a fucking moron. Because at the beginning of a zombie apocalypse, real zombie apocalypse, that is the most dangerous time to start moving. Think about it. You have people freshly changing, chaos in the street. The living are just as dangerous, if not more dangerous at that point, than the dead. And there's a reason why in these scenarios, military bases would never be able to hold their own and get overrun because they're not quiet. The living know where they are and want what they have. The dead know where they are because they're too loud. You do not want to go to a compound that has tons of people. I'm not saying you brave the apocalypse by yourself. I'm saying larger groups create a bigger risk. Now, then you have the question, what's the best skill you could possibly have? Who would you want to bring? Honestly, the top two most desired skill set to have in your small group of people would be someone who's either a survivalist or absolutely someone with medical training. And try to understand, I get the concept of parents or families saying they'll protect their families. Listen, the ones who are going to survive the zombie apocalypse with a bigger, higher chance are the ones that are willing to abandon those who cause them greater risk. Newborns, huge risk. Children, huge risk. Animals, you better say goodbye to your pets. You ain't bringing your dog, I promise you that. That'll get you killed. As far as location, you want to go somewhere that no one wants to go, which means it's a place you don't want to go. You don't want to choose a place that's heavily fortified because everyone and their fucking mother is going to want the same damn thing. You want to choose a place that no one wants to go, because then you know that zombies are going to be very, very low population, if they even exist there at all, and the living aren't going to go there because it shows them no benefit. And honestly, realistically, if you think about it, the zombie apocalypse is not a forever thing. In every movie, every show, every game, they always refer to the brain as being what the dead brain that's what's controlling them. It's just the survival part of their brain that they have to eat, and they're violent. After a certain amount of time and the damage done, the brain will fucking melt. The brain will liquefy and no longer be an issue. But even if you were to look at the concept of the brain's not what keeps them going, so they're here to stay, well, what weapon do you use? General concept is Guns are always good to have, but do not use them on the dead. Guns are what you use against the other living because they're the most dangerous. The dead you don't want to hear you. And you also have to keep in mind, you can't say you go around just hacking and slashing with a knife or a blade or a machete or a sword. You know how exhausting that is? You know how insanely good shape you need to be in to fucking nonstop swing a sword through flesh and bone, even if the corpse is rotted? You could probably do it a few times before you're then exhausted. Don't even mind that this is while you're already going to be malnourished and most likely dehydrated. But one of the bigger threats is it's a virus, it's an infection. These are things that actually absolutely can be transmitted through air. They can become airborne, as well as through wildlife. The days of steak will be over. But traveling cross country is not going to work for you. You know why? Because this generation is so technology, it's so dependent on technology and Google and all that. Eventually, you're not going to know how to get where you need to go. The only way to do that are through roadmaps. And I promise you that all of you new generations don't know how to read that fucking map. You're going to look at it and just feel stupid. So what do? The ones that will have the highest chance of survival are the ones of the older generation who are willing to throw away the things they love and sacrifice the things they love for survival. Now, the test that George Romero and the universities had created, I have that bitch memorized. I loved it so much. So what I'm gonna do is if enough of you actually ask for it, I will then make a video with the questions to that test. And I'll grade anyone who wants to be graded. I love that test. I love knowing exactly who's going to survive the longest and who has the shorter odds. So as usual to the rest of you, get good.